A high court in London has sanctioned an arrest of property belonging to the former owners of the Kazakh gold company. Meanwhile, a criminal case was filed against the Polus Gold top management who own Kazakh gold's control stock. Thus, each involved party now possesses pressure tools, claim Russian experts. Find out next whether the matter still can be resolved via compromise.
The arrest laid on the Asobayev's 500 million worth property is simply a provisional measure taken in relation with the Police Gold lawsuit. However, the Court of London did not yet make its final decision. Meanwhile, the Police Gold insists on the guilt of Asobayev's family members, apparently for artificial increase of price when selling out the controlling share, thus inflicting the Police Gold a $250 million damage. As an argument, company covers the Asobayev's 32 million tax debt to the Kazakh budget. The VAT was illegally compensated from the budget by previous management during 2007-2009 periods through the fictive agreements upon which many financial operations related with washing of the money from the company in Kazakhstan were undertaken. In the meantime, the Kazakh government appreciated the tax return, but it still instigated a criminal case against the Russian Police Gold. Two top managers of the mentioned company, including the CEO and her deputy, as well as the head of the Kazakh Altyn, are suspected in swindling over the deal on purchasing the controlling share of the Kazakh gold. Apparently, the state authorities were not informed about the deal, so they could have used their majority right for buy-off, which is strange because the Police Gold deal was one of the most controversial ones during last year, and it could not stay aside of government's attention. In the past, the state had a preferential purchase right in issuing additional emissions, but the Kazakh government had assured the Police Gold in written form with guarantee letters, saying there is no problems, including with the law, and now it appears that these papers were wrong and the whole deal was done incorrectly. Kazakh authorities didn't yet take any measures about Asobayev. Some official sources say Aidar Asobayev is hiding in Astana, although he wasn't supposed to leave the UK as for the decision of the London court. In the meantime, Russian experts say Kazakh government is playing a dangerous game that may affect the investment climate negatively. This is already a system risk, and investors mainly evaluate it as a negative trend, as your assets may be taken away at any time now. The Kazakh legislation states that any company intending to sell its assets as a first thing must inform the corresponding state bodies, then the state decides whether or not to buy it, in which case it should offer the competitive prices and terms without abusing the authority. But according to Russian company, the Kazakh Gold had overpriced its assets when selling, while now the state claims of opposite. It seems like Kazakh government now is in the mood of buying.
Insurance companies of the Pavlodar region declined signing agreements with local farmers who are sustaining substantial losses due to the recent drought, which destroyed a big part of the harvest.
Farmers of Pavlodar region are sustaining losses because of the drought. The head of the local farm household, Safargali Babulatov, has already calculated that this year he's going to lose about $135,000. One-fourth of sunflower crops died, while the grain harvest was lost entirely. He's not going to be able to compensate at least part of his losses through insurance, as none of the insurance companies agreed to cover such risks. The insurance companies employed all kinds of silly covers, like they didn't have agreement blank, etc. We referred to all companies nearly begging to insure because the early summer forecast was not promising at all, and besides, this is a legal obligation to do so. Major part of local farmers found themselves in similar situation. Only 150 out of 450 applications were accepted by insurance companies, even though law obliged every farm household to insure its crops. Officials, meanwhile, seems helpless. Numerous complaints were submitted by district residents. They even came here. Together with the regional inspection, we visited the insurance companies, registered the processes of applications, filing by agriculture households that they appealed on time. Nevertheless, the insurance companies rejected the appeals. Experts claim the insurance companies must have considered the climate risks of farmers. The agriculture university representatives suggest that the state develops a special mandatory program to protect the farmers from potential risks. Unfortunately, agriculture industry is led by many uneducated people, not by highly qualified specialists. Of course, we need to work with insurance companies and other related institutions, but we need to realize that arable farming has its peculiarities which need to be considered. In order somehow to avoid potential risks for the next year, the Kazakh agrarians plan to decrease the sowing volume.
Thank you for watching us. Goodbye.